In the Wall Street Journal interview, Elon Musk talked about AI and he predicted exactly when general AI will be solved, where you basically wouldn't need to do anything. Just enjoy your life, I guess. Let's take a look.
There probably will be attempts to use AI to manipulate the public, and some of it will be successful. And if not this election, for sure the next one.
We had quite a few interesting moments in politics where a politician says, "Oh, I never said that," and then a reporter goes and pulls up a video of a politician saying the very same thing that the politician now says, "Oh, I never said that." That is going to go away, perhaps, because the politician could just say, "Oh, that's just AI. That's not me saying it. Someone just made up a video of me saying that thing," and then you never will really know if the politician actually said that thing on video.
I think it's going to change a lot. Especially if you go further out into the future. I mean, there will be, everything will be automatic. I mean, there'll be household robots that you can fully talk to as though they're people. That can help you around the house or be a companion or whatever the case may be.
Today on Twitter, I got an ad for an AI girlfriend, or what they call an AI companion. Who cares? That's not the actual ad. I can't find the actual ad, but on the ad, you had two options: roleplay or chat. I don't know what the roleplay button meant, but I don't think I want to find out. But in the future, robot companions are probably going to be pretty common.
There will be humanoid robots throughout factories, and ours will also be all automatic. And anything where intelligence can be applied, even modest intelligence, will be automated. Certainly if you say like 10, 20 years from now.
It is increasingly difficult to determine which skills exactly are going to be really useful in the future. For example, many people used to think that programming skills will be extremely important in the future, but with ChatGPT, I don't know, because you can just tell ChatGPT what you want to program without knowing anything about programming, and you just follow the instructions and you can actually create apps. This to-do app does not look exactly great, but it actually works.
The constraint on having human interests and machine interests be aligned is the bandwidth, especially the output. So if you say, like, at what speed can you output to a computer? It's using voice or your fingers, which move very slowly. So you're talking about maybe 10 bits per second or some fairly small data rate.
Neuralink is supposedly going to change that, and perhaps you will be able to talk to other people without actually speaking words. You will just think, and then you will receive thoughts back or something like that. That's going to be a totally different world.
With the Neuralink, you can increase that by, by 1 million, probably.
So everything just speeds up.
Speeds up, yeah.
I wonder, is that actually going to make you much, much smarter as well? Or is this sort of like just having a much better memory? I guess it's a combination of both, but the question then will be, if you are relying on the computer basically to do everything, then who will you be? Right now, I am a physical being, and everything online is just basically a reflection of who I am, but that's not me fundamentally. I mean, it doesn't replace me really, and my sense of self is I am a person that has a body and a brain, and everything else is just a reflection of what I am, but that's not what I am. If everyone has a Neuralink, will human beings become more like ants and bees, all thinking sort of the same way? And then there's the queen, who we all serve. In this case, the queen would be the AI super intelligence or something like that, I guess, maybe. I'm just talking out loud. Don't take any of this too seriously. But this feature is coming, and I think it is inevitable. Maybe if you're older, it won't happen in your lifetime, but I think it will happen in my lifetime. Although at the same time, it feels somewhat close now with all of the progress in AI, but also at the same time, very far away.
Okay.
I mean, this is obviously in a relatively benign scenario because there's a question of not just, let's say it's a benign scenario. How do we even appreciate or understand what the computer's doing?
Right.
How do we go along for the ride?
Yeah, I once tried teaching my dog math and also nuclear power. That was back then I was a little kid. It didn't go too well, but maybe I was a bad teacher.
And if we have a brain-machine interface that's, I don't know, a million times faster, then we're more like, we'll go along for the ride a lot better.
Right.
Than if we're interfacing with a phone using two slow-moving meat sticks. Yeah.
I hope Elon is right on this one. And now Elon talks about what skills and what things kids need to learn to be prepared for the future. I will have kids in the future, maybe in the near future even. And I'm curious, what should I be teaching them? So let's take a listen.
Well, I think it's important to have a broad range of understanding in many different subjects. So I think general knowledge is important. So you at least have some clue of what you don't know in different areas. And then go deep in areas where your child has a strong interest and ability. So finding that overlap of where is my child both interested in this and has some ability to be successful, then if you can find that Venn diagram overlap, then obviously encouraging that is a good thing. And we are obviously headed to a high-tech world, so some basic understanding of computers and software and artificial intelligence is probably a good idea. I mean, it depends on what time frame we're talking about here. So if you say like over 20, 30-year time frame, I think things will be transformed beyond belief. Okay. You probably won't recognize society in 30 years. I do think we're fairly close. You asked me about artificial general intelligence. I think we're perhaps only 3 years, maybe 6 years away from it this decade. So, in fact, arguably we are on the event horizon of the black hole that is artificial superintelligence.
Elon has been promising full self-driving for quite a few years now. So if we say that Elon is going to end up being off by 5 years, because he has been saying that it will be solved the next year for quite a few years now, we have to multiply that number of 6 years by 5. So that's about maybe 30 years away from now, perhaps. Ray Kurzweil, who is a famous futurist, he's predicting that the singularity will occur approximately by 2045. Reaching singularity means the time when the abilities of a computer overtake the abilities of the human brain.
Okay.
Wow, that was a concerning okay, followed up perhaps with an even more concerning laugh. And now Elon talks about where Tesla could build the next Gigafactory.
Strongly consider England for a future location of a Gigafactory.
Thank you. I'll get you the...
So you will consider it? Are you actively considering it?
We're not currently looking at new locations, but we will probably towards the end of this year.
Which is the most exciting country to build a Tesla plant in right now?
It seems to me that Elon perhaps does not like this question for some reason.
Well, we did make an announcement that Mexico would be our next location outside the U.S. And picked a site and everything. So there's that, and then we'll probably pick another location towards the end of this year.
Is India interesting?
Absolutely.
Eventually, I think Tesla will have a factory in India as well, but will Tesla choose India as the next location? I'm not really that sure, although certainly we have heard about Tesla talking to Indian officials recently, just in the last few weeks. So that is certainly possible. In this video, I talk about Tesla starting to advertise. My name is Matt Post. Just like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.
Okay.